Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're delighted that there's a pre-conference session covering energy, and thank our chamber for their foresight. While the oil and gas industry fulfills the world's energy needs, the mining industry and our growing economy is entirely dependent on energy. We're in an interesting stage in the evolution of the energy industry, and there's much focus on renewables, which is why we will share our vision on the deployment of LNG, not only as the cleanest transition fuel, but to provide backup to renewable energy in times of low sunlight, drought, or inconsistent wind conditions. We will present information over 15 minutes, but it goes without saying that it shouldn't replace your own due diligence on the information that we've provided. The adoption by the PNG government of the electricity industry in 2011 paved the way for private sector investment in the power sector in Papua New Guinea. So in late 2016, Kumu Petroleum and Oil Search, now Santos, joined forces to create NiuPower and New Energy, both 50% owned by Kumu and Santos. NiuPower operates on a commercial basis, maximizing the domestic consumption of natural gas for power generation on the Port Moresby grid. NiuPower owns Port Moresby Power Station. Its nameplate capacity is 57.88 megawatts, capable of producing 60 megawatts for dispatch onto the Port Moresby grid. The power station features 6 gas reciprocating engines capable of taking high sulfur fuel oil or diesel as well as gas. The total value of the investment by both shareholders was $120 million US. Procurement of the power station was at an advanced stage with ExxonMobil before NiuPower, and its shareholders assumed control of the project. The choice at the time was between turbine technology offered by Clark Energy and dual fuel gas-fired engines offered by Wärtsilä. Exxon opted to go with the Wärtsilä-Clough consortium, and NiuPower and its shareholders assumed control and continued with the program. Wärtsilä's dual fuel engines are key to the transition from heavy fuel oil or diesel to the consumption of gas in Papua New Guinea. Their technology handles all 3 types of fuel, and more recently a 20% hydrogen mix. We've got an active community investment program through our host communities across 5 villages that surround the project that constitute the project impact area, villages of Porabada, Boira, Papa, Leale, and Kido. And we've delivered to date a water catchment area of more than 1 million litres across all 5 villages. We discontinued book distribution to focus on building libraries because they didn't have anywhere to store books. And those libraries feature solar power, so students can do their homework at night. Schools can deliver lessons at night to both children and adults. This is one of the most fulfilling aspects of our business, and based on my experience over 23 years in the oil and gas industry, equity entitlement means a little less to our community than targeted social infrastructure that transforms lives. Funding and the commercial model was approved by our government's cabinet in 2017. Construction moved at a reasonably rapid rate over the 2.5 years that followed, culminating in plant commissioning in November 2019. This is representative of the gestation period of power station projects, similar power station projects in Papua New Guinea. We pride ourselves on having delivered value to our counterparty in PNG Power over the last 4 years. To the interested prospective investor, we suggest you discuss investment in our country with businesses that appear to have been successful in Papua New Guinea. Whilst it is a country that abounds with opportunity for foreign direct investment, like any other investment destination around the world, there are challenges, but none of which are insurmountable. Our vision for the next 5 years is to deliver the Hiri West Energy Hub, And this vision is an extension of our strategy to promote gas consumption in our country and to use that as a springboard to meet regional energy needs across the Pacific, Indonesia, and Northern Australia. The realization of that vision requires the delivery of enablers and the support of all stakeholders. Foreign direct investors, government, our oil and gas industry, our mining industry, our project area community all have a role to play in delivering this vision. And we're proposing a two-stage development of that vision. And the first constitutes the distribution of LNG in isotainers around coastal centers in Papua New Guinea using existing shipping vessels from a micro LNG plant that's based next to the existing PNG LNG plant site. In due course, the second stage, a small LNG carrier introduced from a purpose-built berth at the Hiri West Energy Hub. That constitutes the second stage of the development of that vision. So stage one involves investment in a micro-liquefaction plant at the Hiri West Energy Hub, a dedicated gas line to the energy hub from PNG LNG next door, LNG storage, and 20 or 40-foot isotainers within which to transport LNG around the country to coastal power generation centers and vaporizers at the customer destination points around the country. And this contemplates a partnership to ship those isotainers around the country primarily for power generation. We are happy to discuss realization of our vision with anyone who might conceivably be interested in any aspect of the scheme and the vision that we've outlined through this presentation. And with that, thank you and wish everyone a fruitful 3 or 4 days in Sydney. It's a reasonably brief presentation, but I'm happy to take any questions at this stage. Thank you very much.